How to spot a manipulator. In the first 5 minutes, manipulators reveal themselves fast, not with obvious lies, with small tests. Most people miss them because they are trying to be polite. That is the trap. What looks like confidence is often pressure. What looks like charm is often assessment. What looks like connection is often control. And the first 5 minutes are usually enough. Before we go further, tell me in the comments, have you ever felt something was off about someone immediately, but ignored it? Stay until the end. Because by the end of this video, you will know the exact signs manipulators show in the first 5 minutes, how to read those tests correctly, and how to respond in a way that makes them move on to easier targets. Here is what most people do not understand. Manipulation rarely starts big. It starts small. A question that feels too personal. A joke that crosses a line. A favor that creates pressure. A touch you did not invite. A comment that makes you explain yourself. None of it looks dramatic. That is why it works. At work, a new colleague asks, "What are they paying you here?" On a first date, someone says, "What is your biggest insecurity?" Why did your last relationship end? In social settings, someone interrupts you, touches you too quickly, or jokes at your expense, then watches your reaction. These are not random moments. They are assessments. They want to know, will you overshare? Will you stay polite? Will you doubt yourself? Will you let small things slide? Marcus Aurelius understood this. Too much familiarity too fast, too many questions too early, too much pressure in the first interaction. That is not warmth. That is strategy. Here are the exact signs someone is a manipulator. Sign 1. They ask invasive questions too early. Normal people build trust first. Manipulators skip that. How much do you make? Why are you still single? What is the worst thing you have ever done? That is not curiosity. That is data collection. Sign 2. They cross small boundaries and watch what you do. They touch you without asking, use your things, interrupt you, push a joke too far. Small action, big information. Your reaction tells them how far they can go next. Sign 3. They create instant obligation. I bought you coffee. Can you help me with something? I told you mine. Now you tell me yours. That is not generosity. That is manufactured debt. Sign 4. They mirror you too perfectly. You like hiking. So do they. You value honesty. So do they. You mention philosophy, discipline, family, loyalty. Suddenly they are exactly the same. That is not always connection. Sometimes it is adaptation for access. Sign 5. They dismiss your discomfort immediately. You pull back. They say, "You are overthinking." "I was just joking." "You are too sensitive." That is a test. Can they make you doubt your own reaction? Sign 6. They move too fast. Too much closeness. Too much trust. Too much intensity. Best friends in one conversation. Deep connection on the first date. Big partnership after one meeting. Fast trust is often pressure. Sign 7. They test compliance with small requests. Can you grab that? Can you stay a little later? Can you do this one quick favor? Each request looks small, but together they answer one question. Do you comply automatically? If you have ever ignored red flags in the first conversation, subscribe. Because what I am about to show you is how to respond to these tests without drama, without over-explaining, and without becoming an easy target. The deeper pattern is simple. They are not trying to know you. They are trying to measure your boundaries. Here is how to spot and stop manipulators in the first 5 minutes. First, Trust your first discomfort. If something feels off early, pay attention. You do not need courtroom evidence in minute 5. You need awareness. Second, do not answer invasive questions. Use simple responses. That is a bit personal for a first conversation. I do not share that quickly. Or just, I keep that private. Watch the reaction. Healthy people adjust, manipulators push. Third, address small boundary violations immediately. Please don't touch me without asking. I'd rather you not use my things. Let's not joke like that. Calm, direct, done. Fourth, refuse debt you did not ask for. If someone gives too much too early, keep it light. Thanks, but you didn't need to do that. I appreciate it, but let's keep it simple. That blocks future leverage. Fifth, stay vague at the beginning. First conversations do not need your trauma, plans, fears, or private history. Surface truth is enough. Real trust is built in layers. Sixth, slow down forced intimacy. If they rush closeness, slow the pace. Let's take it one step at a time. I prefer to build trust slowly. Manipulators hate slow. Slow gives you time to see clearly. Seventh, watch for patterns, not excuses. One odd question might mean nothing. 7 minutes of pressure means something. One interruption may be awkwardness. Repeated interruption is information. Pattern beats excuse. Final truth. Manipulators often reveal themselves immediately, not because they are sloppy, because most people are too polite to act on what they notice. Do not ignore the first 5 minutes. If someone pushes too fast, asks too much, creates pressure, dismisses your discomfort, or tests your compliance, believe what you are seeing. You do not need to over-explain. You do not need to rescue the interaction. You do not need to give another chance just to seem nice. Trust your gut. Protect your boundaries. Slow the pace. Say less. And exit early when the pattern is clear. Because if they are testing you in the first 5 minutes, they are planning to use those openings later. Stop it before it starts. The first 5 minutes are not about chemistry. They are about pattern. Most people keep asking, did I like them? Did we click? Did the conversation feel good? Ask a better question. Did they respect my pace? Because that tells you more than charm ever will. A manipulator can be funny, confident, attractive, interesting. What they usually cannot do is respect a boundary without trying to test it again. That is the real filter. Not how intense they seem, not how much they say they understand you, not how quickly they try to create closeness. Watch what happens the moment you slow the pace, protect your privacy, or say no to something small. That moment reveals everything. Safe people adjust. Manipulative people push. And once you see that difference, you stop getting trapped by fast charm, false intimacy, and pressure disguised as connection. That is the advantage. You do not need more time to spot the wrong person. You need more honesty about what the first 5 minutes already showed you.